see you. Good Shabbat. Good Shabbat. Good to see you too.
Oh, good. Good.
Shabbat. The world travelers now. Photo right there. I'll get it for you, but it's right there. How are you? Shabbat shalom.
You've got some of those.
What's that?
Nicest.
Oh, I think she does pretty good, from what I know. How's it going? Yeah.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Ine mato umanai shebetachim gam yachad. Ine mato umanai shebetachim gam yachad. morning. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome. So great to have you here with us celebrating Shabbat. And you know what is great every time I see you and I get blown away by this? That you chose to be here. Yeah, you can justify I'm here because I'm supposed to be here. But you're here because you want to be here. And that's amazing. And that's why we receive all that energy coming from you. I know, and even we have people all the time saying to us, you know, that they feel a difference between the Shabbat when there is a bar mitzvah and when there is not a bar mitzvah. You know what is the difference? Then when there is no bar mitzvah, every single person in the room wants to be there.
That's exactly it. We've said that.
And we can feel it. I hope you can feel it too, because that is the energy that we use to elevate ourselves to the next level. And that is one of the ideas of the service. That's one of the ideas of the Shabbat. We take a break from all the rush of the weekdays and we elevate ourselves spiritually. Especially this Shabbat, that is Shabbat Chanukah. Chanukah has already that element of elevation. We increase on light every day. So today we have the light of Shabbat and the light of Chanukah to illuminate our souls, to illuminate our homes. I don't know if you did last night, but we had the Shabbat candles and the Chanukah candles. And it's beautiful because both the Shabbat candles and the Chanukah candles are a symbol of Judaism at home. You know, this is something that I learned last week. I don't know if you knew that the mitzvah of the Chanukiah is not a mitzvah for the person, it's a mitzvah for the house, for the home. You know that? That if you're in a road, if you're traveling, you have no obligation to light the menorah. So if you're traveling, you call home, you say to your wife, to your husband, or to your kid, light it. But if you're traveling, you don't have to because it's a mitzvah of the house. Why is that? This is a very important teaching because back then, the Greeks tried to destroy Judaism. But we learned that the best way to preserve Judaism is in the home. It all starts from there. It's great that we are here in synagogue. It's great that we are all together praying, but we have to take that energy. We have to take that inspiration that we get here and to bring it to our homes. Because that's where everything starts, and that's what preserves the flame of Judaism alive. So let's begin with our service. Thanking God for everything we have. Page 5. Please rise for Birkot HaShachar. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi, Baruchat Adonai Elohim melech haolam, asher natan lasech v'vinalav k'menyum b'layla. Baruchat Adonai Elohim melech haolam, she'asani betzalmo. Baruchat Adonai Elohim melech haolam, she'asani ben chorihin. Baruchat Adonai Elohim melech haolam, she'asani Israel. Together. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Neshama, Shenatatabi, Shenatatabi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Baruchat Adonai Elohim melech haolam, pokeach ivrim.
Amen.
Baruchat Adonai Elohim melech haolam, malbish arumim. Baruchat Adonai Elohim melech haolam, matir asurihim. Baruchat Adonai Elohim melech haolam, zokeif kefufim. Elohai, Elohai. שנתת בי, שנתת בי. טהורה היא, טהורה היא. Page 6. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך עולם, רוקה הארץ על המים. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך עולם, שעשה לי כל צורכי. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך עולם, המחי מצעדי גבר. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך עולם, עוזר ישראל וגבורה. אלוהי, נשמה, נשמה, שנתת בי, שנתת בי. טהורה היא, טהורה היא. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך עולם, עוזר ישראל בתפארה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך עולם, הנותן ליעף כוח. אלוהי, אלוהי, נשמה, נשמה, שנתת בי, שנתת בי. טהורה היא. You may be seated. Let's continue on page 8, Psalm 150. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, el bekodesho. Hallelujah, virgia uzo. Hallelujah, bikurota. Hallelujah, kerov guglo. Hallelujah, vedeka shofar. Hallelujah, benev el bechinot. Hallelujah, tofu machol. Hallelujah, veminim beugav. Hallelujah, vetzil tzele shama. Hallelujah, vetzil tzele drua. Kol anshama de Hallelujah. Please rise for the mourner's Kaddish, page 46. Gadal ve'itgadash shemei rabah ve'alma divrei chirutei ve'yamlich malchutei ve'chayechon uve'yom echon uve'chayei dechol beit Israel ba'agala u'bizman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehe shemei rabah mevodach le'alam le'olmei olmayah. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, ושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירם בעלמה וימרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימרו אמן. עושה שלום ממרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימרו אמן. You may be seated. Let's continue on page 10. Shochenat Marom, second paragraph. Shochenat Marom Vekadosh Shemo Befi Yesharim Tithalal V'divrei Tzadikim Titbaharach Uvilshan Hasidim Titromam Uvekerev Kedoshim Titkadash. Bottom of page 10, Hatzi Kaddish. Yitkadal veyitkadash Shemerabah Be'alma divrach iruvteh Ve'yamlich malchuteh וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמלך קודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה Please rise for the Baruch. Page 12. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם יוצר אור ובורא חושך עושה שלום ובורא את הכל. You may be seated. At this point, I'd like to invite you to turn to page 14 to recite the Shema Israel, the declaration of Jewish faith. This is perhaps one of the most important prayers we have. First thing we say in the morning, last thing we say before we go to bed. And the rabbis even say this should be the last words that we pronounce on this earth before we move on to the world to come. That important that prayer is, because it's the one that connects us with our Creator. It's a direct line between our souls and God, the giver of that soul. So I would like to invite you to cover your eyes. You can use your talit, you can use your hand, and recite together the Shema Israel. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Page 15. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. ושינמתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך שוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Let's continue now on page 17 with Mi Chamocha. Mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha nedar b'kodesh, Nora te'ilo, Osef Elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, Nora tehilo, osef ele. שירה חדשה, שבחו גאולים לשמך, על שפת הים, יחד כולם, הודו והמליכו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף. Please rise. Zur Israel, Bezrat Israel, Uvdechinu Mecha, Udabe Israel, Go Aleinu Adonai Tzvaot Shemo, Kedosh Israel. Micha Mocha Ba'elim Adonai, Kamocha nedar b'kodesh, Nora tehilot osef ele. Baruch ata Adonai, Kal Yisrael. Please remain standing for the Amidah. We have a very special Amidah today because it's not only Shabbat, it's Chanukah and Rosh Chodesh. We have three, which means that during the Torah service we're also going to have 3 scrolls. Okay, so it's going to be an interesting service. That's why we did such a short first part of the service. We have to be conscious of the length of today's davening. So page 18, special Amidah. Let's sing it together. Baruch Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor ve'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Bekonei HaKol Bezocher Chasdei Avot ומביא גואל לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיה מתים אתה רב להושיע משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם מכלכל חיים בחסד מחיה מתים ברחמים רבים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר מי כמוך בעל גבורו ומי דומה לך מלך מימין ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמנת להחיות מתים ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה המתים. Page 20, bottom of the page. נקדש את שמך בעולם כשם שמקדישים אותו ככתוב על יד נביאך וקרא אל זה ואמר קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות מלוך כל הארץ כבודו אז בקול רעש גדול אדיר וחזק משמיעים קול מתנסים לעומת צרפים לעומתם ברוך יאמרו ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומך מלכנו תופיע ותמלוך עלינו כי מחכים אנחנו לך מתי תמלוך בציון וקרוב בימינו לעולם ועד תשכון תתגדל ותתקדש בתוך ירושלים עירך לדור ודור ולנצח נצחים ואין נותרנה מלכותך כדבר האמור בשירי עוזך על ידי דוד משיח צדקך ימלוך אדוני לעולם אלוהי ציון לדור ודור הללויה לדור ודור לדור ודור לדור ודור נגיד גודלך ולנצח נצחים ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש לדור ודור לדור ודור לדור ודור נגיד גודלך ולנצח נצחים ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא יבוש לעולם ועד כי אל מלך גדול כי אל מלך גדול וקדוש לדור ודור לדור ודור לדור ודור נגיד גודלך ולנצח נצחים ולנצח נצחים קדושתך ברוך אתה Please continue with your own private Amidah. If you're using the English or the Hebrew in front of you, please remember to incorporate the paragraphs corresponding to Rosh Chodesh and also to Chanukah. But remember, you can always replace the words of the Siddur with your own words. The most important thing of this part of the service is that you can feel that you're having a conversation with your Creator. Let's take a few minutes of silence to have our own prayers. We're about to continue with the Hallel services. This is something, actually a collection of extra praises to God to celebrate something special in the Jewish calendar. Today, we are celebrating Chanukah, but it's also Rosh Chodesh, so it's a very special Hallel. Lots of things to be thankful for, plus everything that you might be thankful for in your own life. Sometimes we don't realize how blessed we are. We complain about our problems, but we don't realize how many things are actually going well in our existences. Maybe health is not the greatest, but we have good friends, and so forth. Many things that they are great in our lives, and we don't realize it. This is the moment to realize that, to be aware of that, and to give thanks to God for that. Page 29. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu likro et Hallel. Hallelujah, 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 abde Adonai, hallelujah, Shem Adonai, Yehi Shem Adonai ve'vodach, me'ata ve'ad olam, mi'mitzrach shemesh ad mevo, me'ula Shem Adonai, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Page 30. Rama al kol goyim Adonai al hashamayim kevodo Miketz Adonai Eloheinu hama'agbil hashavet hamashpilin idot bashamayim uva'aretz. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Mekimim me'afardal me'ashbot yarim evion le'ashivim nedivim im nedivei amo moshivi yakeret habayit hem abanim semecha. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Middle of page 30. Adonai zecharanu yevarech, yevarech et bet Israel, yevarech et bet Aharon, yevarech yirei Adonai, הקטנים עם הגדולים, יוסף אדוני עליכם, עליכם מעל בניכם, ברוכים אתם לאדוני, עושה שמיים וארץ, שמיים, שמיים לאדוני, והארץ נתן לבני אדם, לא המתים יהללויה. Page 31, the closing blessing. Ki lecha tov leo אתה אדוני מלך מהולל בתשבחות. Page 32, the Kaddish Shalem. יתגדל ויתקדש שמרבה בעלמא דברי חירותם וימליך מלכות אביך יכל יום יכל ובחית כל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב וימרו יש מרבה מבורך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך ושתברך ותרום ותרום ותנשא ויתהדר ותעלה על שם קודשה בריחו לעילם יקרוכת ושידעת תושבחת ונחמת אדם ים ילמה וימרו יתקבל צלות ונאותיון דכל ישראל קודם אבון דבשמיה וימרו יש למראה משמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימרו עושה שלום ממרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימרו Amen. Please remain standing for the Torah service, page 33.
Yashikoah, Rabbi, Yashikoah. I got you. You, of course. Rabbi Moss is heading downstairs to join Leslie and lead the family service, and now we will continue with our Torah service. So Yashikoah to Rabbi Moss, and we'll see him again for the Devar Torah before the end of the service. Everyone's ready to go? Page 33. Vayehi bin Soaron, Vayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai, V'yafutzu oivecha, V'yanusu misanecha, mipanecha, Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Udevar Adonai mirushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadlul Adonai iti, unromema shemo yakav.
Lecha Adonai hagedulam ve'agevuram ve'atiferet ve'hanetzach ve'ahorm. Ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz, ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz. Lecha Adonai hamamlacham ve'hamitnaseh lechol rosh. Ramamum Ramemu Adonai Eloheinu Vehishtachavu Lehatom Raglav Kadosh Hu Ramemu Adonai Eloheinu Vehishtachavu Lehar Kocho Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu La 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Good timing.
Good timing. Thank you, Bill. Great job. Please be seated. Oh, we'll find you. This morning we read from Parshat Miketz. But as you saw, we have 3 scrolls of the Torah. It's not often that this happens. This is, other than Simchat Torah, it's the maximum number of scrolls of the Torah that will be taken out for a service. Unless someone else can think of something, the other times when we have 3 scrolls are Simchat Torah, and it can happen sometimes in the spring, in March and April. Similarly, Shabbat and Rosh Chodesh have to fall on the same day, and in the case of the third Torah, we have when it's one of the special Shabbatot leading up to Pesach. Remember how there are special Shabbatot leading up to Pesach? And often the Shabbat right before Rosh Chodesh Nisan, or if it falls on Rosh Chodesh Nisan, Shabbat HaChodesh, then sometimes we pull out 3 Sifrei Torah. Why though? Why? Because the readings are from all kinds of different places in the Torah. And if you've been with us on Simchat Torah and we've unfurled the whole Torah, you know that it's very long. And there's a law in Judaism that you cannot burden the congregation. I'm serious. That is the law. You cannot burden the congregation. What they mean is you only really need the one Torah. Like if you had a very poor community and they could only afford one Torah, it's still kosher. On a day like today, you would read from the first scroll, then you would roll to the place for the second scroll is set, and then you'd roll to the third. But the congregation would have to sit and wait. And of course it's Shabbat, so they can't play on their phones. I'm looking at you, Lou Billenkoff. You look like you want to play Words with Friends or something right now on your phone. But that's the whole idea, is you're not allowed to burden the congregation, make them sit there. It's amazing that when it comes to Torah reading, everyone says don't burden the congregation, but when it came to designing 3.5 to 5 hour services, apparently so that's one of the things that we use to make changes around here, the idea that we didn't want to burden the congregation. I'm serious. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Okay, so let's get to today's Torah reading. So we're switching books to the Etz Chaim Chumashim, the red, thick leather-bound books in front of you in the pews. We'll trade in the paperback Sidurim for a little while. And we begin today on page 265. We're in chapter 43, late in the book of Genesis, the book of Breshit. Chapter 43. Today we begin on verse 16. So we're picking up in the middle. And with this third triennial cycle that we're in, we're getting the end of all these parshiot. So we need a little context, right? Because last week, the last couple of weeks, we've been reading about Joseph, right? And last week we were reading about Joseph, and we were talking about how through some circumstances with his brothers that he maybe wasn't so aware of, he ended up in Egypt. He ended up being thrown into a pit, then sold to the Ishmaelim, then taken down to Egypt, then working for Potiphar. Then he got into some business with Potiphar's wife that wasn't his fault, but he got accused, and he ended up in jail. And in jail he met these two guys who used to work for Pharaoh, and they had dreams. Joseph can interpret dreams. One of these guys, your dream means you're going to get back to your position. That's going to be great. Good for you. What about my dream? The other guy says, your dream means you're going to die. Sorry. And he dies. He's toast, right? But the guy who returns to his position is very important. We don't read about it today, but Pharaoh. At the beginning of this parsha in the full Kriya, Pharaoh starts having dreams. And no one can figure out what these dreams mean. Right? It's very famous in the musical, right? There are these 7 fat cows they're eating, and then there's these 7 skinny cows that follow. What does this mean? 7 sheaves of wheat that are looking really good, then 7 sheaves of wheat that look really sickly. What does this mean? Oh yeah, the cupbearer says, there was this guy in prison who remembers he can interpret dreams. He helped me with mine. Let's go get him. Joseph. Joseph comes to the Pharaoh. He interprets the dreams. 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of famine. It's going to affect the entire region, but because Joseph could interpret Pharaoh's dreams, Egypt is the only place in the Middle East ready for this famine. That's the key, right? So back in Canaan, where all the brothers live, and they don't know what happened to Joseph, right? And Jacob, their dad, thinks that Joseph's dead. They're back in Canaan, and they're hungry. And Egypt's the only place with food. So Jacob sends the boys, go get some food from Egypt. And Joseph recognizes that it's his brothers, but they don't recognize him. And there's this whole thing, and he gives them food and sends them back. The trick is, though, they didn't bring their youngest brother with him, Binyamin. Now, why is Binyamin significant? Because he kind of replaces Joseph in the family after Joseph is gone. Remember, they had the same mother, Rachel. She dies giving birth to Binyamin. So Joseph, while he feels a kinship to his brothers when he's younger, he's especially close to Binyamin because they had the same mother, right? They did not bring Binyamin because Jacob, when he sent them down to Egypt, said, I already lost one son from my favorite wife. I'm not going to lose my other son from my favorite wife. You guys can't take her. And Joseph says, if you ever come back here without that brother, like go back home, but if you ever come back to Egypt and you don't bring that little brother, it's not going to be such a good situation. So they go back to Canaan, they eat up all the food, and they have to go back to Egypt. And they have to bargain with Jacob because this time they have to take Binyamin with him. Oh, by the way, they left a brother behind in Egypt, Shimon. He got left behind in Egypt. We'll talk about him later. When you see Shimon reappear, he was kind of like the collateral, right? They had to leave him behind in Egypt when they went back, and then now they've gone back with Binyamin to collect Shimon. Are you with me? Good. Okay. Page 265. The brothers are just arriving back in Egypt. Second journey. This time they have Binyamin with them. They don't know Joseph has become Pharaoh's right-hand man. They don't even recognize him. Probably he had all kinds of makeup and he was looking Egyptian, right? He even has an Egyptian name that they're calling him by. So let's see how this unfolds as the brothers return to Egypt. Page 265, verses 16 through 18. Our first honoree this morning commemorating a yahrzeit, Rochelle Pinkovich. V'yazor v'yem v'yoshia l'chol achlosim bo v'amar amen. Hakol avu godel Eloheinu tnu chavol Torah. Tamo rochel bat Shaul l'kohenu mindol aliyah rishona. Baruch shenatan tramo Yisrael b'kedushato. Ve'atem advekim b'Adonai Elohechem. Chaim kochem hayom. Got it.
Baruch Adonai Barach.
Baruch Adonai Barach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torah. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Amen. Vayar Yosef itam et Binyamin. Vayomer lasher al beito. Haved anashim habaita. Utvoach tevach ve'achen kiti. Yochlu anashim batzoraim. Vayas haish kasher amar Yosef. Vayave aish et anashim beita Yosef. Vayiru anashim ki huvu beit Yosef. Vayomru al davar hakesef hashav be'amtechotenu batchila nachnu muvaim lehigolel aleinu lehinapel aleinu velakachat otanu lavadim ve'et chamorenu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Second reading, Sheni, continues in a moment, page 265, verses 19 through 25. A key word to watch out for in the Hebrew, versions of the word amtecha. You'll hear amtechotenu, we heard it there, amtechato. These are all just possessive forms of, when you add suffixes in Hebrew, it often means like a possessive, right? Like his amtecha, their amtecha, your amtecha. The amtecha are the packs. The big packs, the bags that each one of these guys had. If it was 2018, it would be their mech bags that they bought to go backpacking in Europe, right, with their friends. But it's the giant sacks that they had all the stuff. And what are they talking about here? When they left the first time, Joseph snuck extra money into all of their packs. And then they discovered it one night after they left Egypt, and they were freaking out because how did this money end up here? We're going to be in trouble. And then they went back to Canaan. And so they know that if they go back, they have to bring this other brother, which makes their father mad, but they also may have to pay back all this money that they accidentally, they think, ended up with. So that's the story right now with the packs. The packs become a central part of the story that unfolds today and all of kind of Joseph's testing of his brothers. So pay attention to those amtechotenu, amtechato, amtachto. They're all related to the same word, the amtecha, the packs. We continue, as I mentioned, Sheni, page 265, verses 19 through 25. Yamod. Shmuel? David ben Shmuel, Aliyah Hashniah.
ברכו את אדוני מבורך.
Baruch Adonai Mevorach Leolam Va'ed.
ברוך אדוני מבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Vayigshu el haish asher al beit Yosef vayidabru elav petach habayit. Vayamru bi Adoni yarod yaradnu batchila lishbor ochel. Vayihi kivanu el hamalon. Vaniftecha et amtechotenu. Vehine chesef. V'nei chesef ish befi amtachto, kaspeinu b'mishkalo, v'nashev oto b'yadeinu, v'chesef acher, horatnu v'yadeinu lishbor ochel, lo yadanu misam kaspeinu be'amtechotenu, v'yomer shalom lachem, al tirau, Elohechem ve'Elohei avichem natan lachem madmon be'amtechotechem kaspechem ba'elai vayotze alehem et Shimon vayaveh ha'ish et hanashim beita Yosef vayiten mayim vayirchatzu ragleihem vayiten mispol achamorehem vayachinu et amincha ad bo Yosef bat Zoharaim ki sham yochlu lachem.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Shlishi is next, our third aliyah. In just a moment, page 266, verses 26 through 29. You see there, Shimon is brought out because he'd been left behind. There's so many great midrashim. You know, the stories of rabbinic literature and legend that fill in the blanks, the gaps in the Torah, the stories that are not told, the subtext. There's so many great midrashim on Shimon. Why was Shimon the one that was left behind as collateral? Well, because when the brothers threw Joseph in the pit, Shimon, the rabbis teach us through the midrashim, was the instigator. He was the one who says, oh, look, here comes the dreamer. It says, one of the brothers, in the Torah, it says, one of the brothers said, oh, look, here comes the dreamer. The rabbis say that was Shimon. If you remember the episode involving Dinah, their sister, Shimon and Levi were very, very belligerent, warlike, and they destroyed that entire town of Shechem after all the men agreed to become circumcised so that one of them could marry Dinah, and then they totally betrayed them and killed all the men. So another reason to separate Shimon and Levi from each other. That's another reason the rabbis say why Shimon was told to be left behind. So one, Joseph's personal vendetta, the other to break him up from his brother Levi. There was another midrash I read, it was a few years ago. Shimon stays back in Egypt where there's all this food. And there's a midrash that I've came upon that says when they're reunited here, when Shimon gets brought out, he's so fat that the brothers don't even recognize him because he's been eating so much food in Egypt the whole time that they've been gone. So a lot of really cute midrashim that kind of fill in some of the stories around what's going on here. But let's get back to what we actually have, the text in front of us, the Torah reading, Shlishi. Here you see that they're feeling very guilty about their packs and this extra money. And the guy says, the servant says, no, there's no problem. How interesting that he invokes God, right? This is an Egyptian guy, a Mitzri, not an Israelite, and he says, your God and the God of your ancestors took care of you. Very interesting that he would throw that in there. I don't know if you caught that. Anyway, we'll continue on here. They're getting ready to dine with Joseph. They don't know it's Joseph, but he knows it's them, and he knows Binyamin's with them. So let's see the interaction as Joseph talks to the brothers. Page 266, verses 26 through 29.
He's leaving next week.
You're leaving?
Next week.
Close.
Sadia Matidyahu ben Mordechai Yaakov. Yamod Sadia Matidyahu ben Mordechai Yaakov Rivka Valiyah Hashlishit.
ערכו את אדוני המבורך ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה
Amen. ויבוא יוסף הביתה ויביאו לו את המנחה אשר בידם הביתה וישתחוו לו ארצה. וישאל להם לשלום ויאמר השלום אביכם הזקן אשר אמרתם העודנו חי ויאמרו שלום לעבדך לאבינו עודנו חי ויקדו וישתחוו וישא עיניו וירא את בנימין אחיו בן אמו, ויאמר הזה אחיכם הקטון, אשר אמרתם אלי, ויאמר אלוהים יחנך בני.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. So Sid, you're getting ready to head south for the winter?
Yeah.
Okay. Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sarivka Rachel v'Leahu Yivarech et Sadia Matidyahu ben Mordechai Yaakov v'Rivka Shelah Hayom lichvod hamakom v'lichvod haTorah HaKadosh Baruch Hu yishmor oto v'kol mishpachto v'yatzliach et darko v'yishlach bracha v'tzlacha b'chol ma'aseh yadav im kol Yisrael echa v'nomar amen. May God, who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless Sid Ritter, who has come for an aliyah this morning with reverence for God and respect for the Torah and Shabbat. Prior to his travels, may it be your will, Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors, that you guide Sid in peace. May the journey to his destination be peaceful. May he arrive vital, joyful, and content. Please protect him from every danger on the way, from every difficulty on the path. May you bless Sid's mission, granting him grace, loving kindness, and compassion. Sid, may the Kadosh Baruch Hu bring blessing and success to all your worthy endeavors, together with our fellow Jews everywhere, and let us say, Amen. Amen. We'll miss you. Sid's a regular at almost every Minyan during the week, Friday night, Shabbat morning. We'll miss you. Hope you'll tune in. I will. And he built the Chanukah we've been using, and so we wish him all the best. Safe journey, bon voyage, stay warm, and we'll see you when you get back. Yeah, Nisiya Tova. That's bon voyage in Hebrew. True story. Now, let's continue. Rivi'i, our fourth aliyah, page 267, verses 30 through 34. As you see at the very end there, Joseph recognizes Binyamin. Now remember, Joseph had kind of, he picked up clues before. He found out that they had an old father back at home, that they had this other brother, right? And so he's remembering these things. But noticing Binyamin, this is where the emotion is going to take over, right? There's an incredible lesson, right? When people wrong us in life, don't lie. You're like me. Your first thought is, one day, I'm going to get them. Revenge. One day I'm going to get them. But, and you've all been there too, when you get that moment, the sweetest revenge, sometimes it doesn't exactly work out. Sometimes your emotions get the better of you, and sometimes what you've been missing maybe. In this case, Joseph wanted to get back at his brothers, you'd think. But I think what he'd been missing, the family, and especially seeing his brother, kind of gives him some perspective. So we'll see Joseph's emotional reaction here in Rivi'i, 267's of page 30 through 34. Tamod Leah bat Michael v'Chava l'Aliyah ha'Revi'it.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai, noten ha'Torah.
Amen. Vayemaher Yosef, ki nichmeru rachamav el achiv, vayevakesh livkot, vayavo hachadra vayevk shama, vayirchatz panav vayetze, vayitapak, vayomer simu lachem. Vayasimu lo levado velahem levadam velamitzrim haochlim ito levadam ki lo yuchlun hamitzrim lechol et haivrim lechem ki toivahi lamitzrayim. vayashuvu lefanav, vayeshvu lefanav, habechor kivchorato, vehatzair kitzirato, vayidmehu hanashim yisharehu, vayisa masot, me'et panav alehem, vaterev masad, binyamin mimasot kulam chamesh yadot, vayishtu, vayishkeru imo.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Chamishi's next, our fifth aliyah this morning, page 268. As we transition into the next chapter, chapter 44, this reading will cover verses 1 through 6 as the story continues. By the way, this is the longest narrative in the entire Torah, continuing over several parshiot, right? Just the longest story with no interruptions for laws or anything like that. The longest narrative in the entire Torah is we're in the middle of that. So we go to the next chapter, but the story continues. It's very curious there, this whole business of why everyone's eating separately. We don't really get an explanation, and there isn't really an explanation known in why it would be abhorrent for the Egyptians to break bread with the Israelites, with the Hebrews. It's very strange, very curious. We don't really know why, but it means that everybody's eating separately. However, Joseph, behind the scenes, arranged, right? He set their places. My sister's always good at this when we have big dinners together in the family. She has little cards for everybody's names, you know, because it's important who sits with who. Flow, conversation, all these sorts of things. Here, Joseph is, I know it's like a subtle little hint that he may know more than they realize, or he may be someone they don't realize, by arranging them in the order of their births. And then they sit down, and it's like we're in perfect order here, oldest to youngest. How did this happen, right? And they're all kind of, you can imagine the scene. They're all kind of looking at each other like, what's going on here? How did he know? So that's Joseph. There's lots of little subtle things that we'll appreciate in the next couple of aliyot here. But we go on. Chamishi, page 268, verses 1 through 6. Yamohod Simcha ben Yaakov v'chana l'aliyah hachamishit.
Baruch Adonai HaBarach.
Baruch Adonai HaBarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bochabanu mikol ha'amim v'nosalonu esarasar. Baruch atah Adonai nosen haTorah.
Amen. Vayetzav et asher al beito lemor, maled am techor anashim ochel, kasher yuchlun seid, v'sim kesef ish b'fiam tachto, vet gevi kesef tasim b'fi amtechat akaton, vet kesef shivro vayas kidvar Yosef asher diber haboker or vehanashim shulchu hema v'chamorehem hem yatsu et ha'ir lo hirchiku v'Yosef amar lasher al beito kum redof acharei ha'anashim v'hisagtam v'amarta lehem Lama shilamtem ra'a tachat tova halo zeh asher yishte adoni bo vehu nachesh bo hareotem asher asitem Vayasigem, Vayedaber Alehem, Et Advarim Ha'eleh.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher nasa lanu Torah Chodesh, v'chayei olam b'shat b'sachenu. Baruch atah Adonai nosein haTorah.
Shishi is coming up, our sixth aliyah, page 268, verses 7 through 17. Will be our final reading from the first scroll. So we'll be finishing off the reading for Parshat Miketz here in our final long reading, longer because usually it would be two readings now combined into one. And you see the packs, they become central to kind of the conflict that's happening here. Yosef has been devising a plan this entire time, and now he's going to put it into effect in this new chapter, right? They're going to head out, and he's going to throw this silver goblet, right? The silver reminds us of the silver pieces that they sold Joseph for, the fact that now they're going to see, he's going to try and see if they'll turn on the youngest the way they turned on him. It's all very strategic, right? And he sends them away. They don't know. And now he's going to send guys after them and say, one of you stole the silver goblet. It's also interesting because Joseph's going to talk about the fact that he uses this goblet for divination, right? Part of, Joseph is the dreamer, part of this. But anywhere else in the Torah, divination is outlawed. It's forbidden. And yet here, it's something that Joseph does, and he talks about very freely. So that's kind of curious as well. But we'll see a few other kind of subtle things in this next aliyah, page 268, verses 7 through 17. Tamon. Sarah ban Mendel Umayir Lalia Hashishi.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Borach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai mevarach l'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Amen. Vayomru elav. Lama yedaber Adoni kadvarim ha'ele chalila lavadecha me'asod kadavar hazeh hen kesef asher matzanu befi amtechotenu heshivonu elecha meretz kenan vech nignov mibeit Adonecha kesef o zahav asher yimatzeh ito me'avadecha v'amet v'gam anachnu niyeh l'Adoni lavadim v'ayomer gam ata chedivrechem kenhu asher yimatzeh ito yeh li aved ve'atem tiyu nekiim v'yimaharu v'yoridu isheram tachto arza v'yiftechu isham tachto v'yechapes Bagadol heichel uvakaton kila vayimatzeh hagavia be'amtachad binyamin vayikreu simlotam vayamos ish al chamoro vayashuvu ha'ira vayavo Yehuda vechav beit Yosef ehu odenu sham vayiplu lefanav arza Vayomer lahem Yosef mahamaseh hazeh asher asitem halo yadatem ki nachesh ish asher kamoni Vayomer Yehuda manomar ladoni manidaber umanitzadak Elohim atzai avon avadecha hinenu avadim ladoni Gam anachnu gam asher nimsa hagavia biyado Vayomer chalila li me'asod zod ha'ish asher nimsa hagavia biyado hu yeli aved ve'atem alu leshalom el avichem.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
In a minute, we'll go on to the second scroll, but you see the Parsha, the reading for the Parsha, and this is where the full Parsha ends too, right? Because we're in the triennial year 3. It ends on a cliffhanger. This moment, we're going to have to come back next week and see how this whole thing is resolved, right? Because Binyamin has the goblet. The brothers are back. They can't deny it. They're saying, we'll all be his slaves. No. I just want the one who took the goblet. The rest of you can go back to your dad. This is the test. This is that ultimate moment. That's, of course, why the cliffhanger is here, why the Parsha ends here, because Joseph is testing the brothers to see if they've changed, if they've learned. Here, the youngest is going to be exposed. Are they going to stand up for him, or are they going to turn on him like they turned on him 20 years ago when they were all a lot younger? So we'll have to find that out next week. Vayigash is the Parsha next week, and we'll see. Does someone stand up for this brother, or do they just let him go because this big, powerful guy in Egypt is saying that he can't go anywhere? Well, we'll see how that plays out next week. For now, we have 2 scrolls, one for a special reading for Rosh Chodesh, the sacrifices in temple times on Rosh Chodesh. Remember, it was a huge holiday back then. And also the special reading, the Maftir, the 3rd scroll, for Chanukah. Chanukah is a post-biblical holiday, so it's not referenced anyway in the Torah or in the Tanakh, but the rabbis found a reading from a Parsha Naso, where they were dedicating the Mishkan. Of course, Chanukah is all about dedicating the temple, rededicating the temple. So the very first time each tribe, day after day, every day, a new tribe, brought silver and brought gifts to dedicate the newly created Mishkan, the tabernacle. That is what we read during the week of Chanukah and also for the Maftir today. So we'll be getting to those now. Bonnie Robinson's going to read for us. First, we have to lift and tie the first scroll, Hagban Glila. We invite you to rise, please. Yamdu amagbi v'agolelet shel sefer harishon. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei b'nei Yisrael al pi Adonai
V'yad
Moshe ki mitzion teitzei Torah udvar Adonai miYerushalayim ki mitzion teitzei Torah udvar Adonai miYerushalayim. Torah le'amo Israel. Baruch Shenatan Torah le'amo Israel b'kedushato. Please be seated. First, the Rosh Chodesh reading, Shabbat and Rosh Chodesh, page 930. See how long you would have been burdened if we had to roll in the Torah from page 265 all the way to page 930? It would take forever, so we have the second Torah ready to go. That way. Page 930, verses 9 through 15, and our honorees for this Aliyah, our 7th of the morning, are Glory and Larry Fleischer, who are celebrating their 57th wedding anniversary. Yamdu Chana Gita Bar Yosef HaKohen V'Sonia Ve'Aryeh Dov Ben Michael V'Chana L'Aliyah HaShvi'it.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai
Olam Varach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
Can I get you to hold on, please?
Amen. Uveyom HaShabbat shnei chevasim b'nei shana tamimim u'shnei esronim. So let mincha b'lulav Hashem and v'nisko olat Shabbat b'Shabbato al olat hatamid v'niska uvrashei chodshechem takrivu olah Adonai parim b'nei vakar shenaim ve'ayel echad kevasim b'nei shana shiva tamimim Ushlosha esronim. So let mincha b'lulav Hashem and lapar ha'echad Ushnei esronim. So let mincha b'lulav Hashem and la'ayil ha'echad Isaron. So let mincha b'lulav Hashem and la'keves ha'echad Ola reach nichoach ishel Adonai V'nizkehem chatzi hahin yichel apar u'shlishit hahin la'ayil urvi'it hahin la'keves yain zot olat chodesh bechodsho lechodshei hashana u'seir izim echad lechatat l'Adonai Al olat hatamid ye'aseh v'nizkor.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Misheperach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Hu Yevarech et Chana Gidol Bar Yosef HaKohen v'Sonya v'et Aryeh Dov ben Michael v'Chana Bavor Shebau Hayom Lo'odot L'Shem Kodsho Kol HaChesed Asher Gamal Lahem Miyom Chatunatam Miyom Simchat Libam Ad Hayom Hazeh HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yishmerem V'yatzilem Mikol Tzara V'tzukah Mikol Nega U'Machala V'yishlach Bracha V'tzlacha B'chol Maaseh Yedehem Im Kol Yisrael Achehem V'nomar Amen. May God who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless Lori and Larry Fleischer, who are here today with gratitude for all the blessings their 57 years together have afforded them, and 13 years of dating before that. You were like 4. May the Kadosh Baruch Hu protect you and deliver you. May you continue to enjoy God's blessing in the new song of your years to come, so that you may always live in joy and gladness, in peace and companionship. Let us all say Amen. Mazel Tov. Let's sing. Od yeshama beharei Yehuda uvechutzot Yerushalayim. Od yeshama beharei Yehuda uvechutzot Yerushalayim. Kol sason v'kol simcha, kol chatan v'kol kala, kol sason v'kol simcha, kol chatan v'kol kala. Mazel tov again. So what was the English date of your wedding?
December 10th.
December 10th? Where? No, I know, but where in Winnipeg? B'nai Avram, Enniskillen, nice. North End, represent. Who did the wedding? Rabbi Weitzman. Very nice. Well, you've celebrated many things with us. We hope we continue to see you regularly. You're here so often. We're glad to have you back after a trip. And Mazel Tov again, many, many more years, just as we said in the Misha Berach. Mazel Tov again. You got to teach us the success, the key to success. Don't go anywhere yet. We'll invite everyone to rise for the lifting and tying of the second scroll. Yamdu amagbiya v'agolelet shel sefer hasheni.
Bezot
Torah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe ki mitzion titzei Torah udvar Adonai b'Yerushalayim ki mitzion titzei Torah udvar Adonai b'Yerushalayim Baruch Shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael Baruch Shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Please be seated. And now our final reading, the special maftir for Chanukah, comes from Parshat Naso. So we're on page 808. Verses 42 through 47. In Parsha Naso is when the Mishkan, as I mentioned, the tabernacle is completed. And then for a period of 12 days, every day another tribe brings gifts. Each tribe brings exactly the same gifts. Probably so that no tribe could say, we gave more, you guys gave less, we get to use the tabernacle more. Because that's the way they used to talk in biblical times. We brought 40 civil platters, you only brought 30. Our sacrifices go first. Well, they were cavemanish, right? So I'm just assuming. No, I'm kidding. The point is that the connection to the precursor of the temple is here. Chanukah, we sometimes lose sight of what it's supposed to remind us. So every year, it's the miracle of the oil, right? The military victory is great, but Chanukah celebrates the miracle of the oil and the dedication of the temple. That's what Chanukah means, to dedicate, right? And so the rabbi is very clever. They take us back to when the Mishkan was first dedicated, and that provides the Torah reading. Every day we read another day. And then on the 8th day of Chanukah, we read all the final days, days 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and into the next Parsha, which we'll talk about when we get to the Haftarah. But for now, page 808, verses 42 through 47. Our Maftir honoree is Ross Feldman. I'll tell you a little more about Ross before he chants the Haftarah, but for now we call him up to the Torah. Yamod Yerachmiel ben Yitzchak Akiva u'Miriam Maftir Chazak.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvorah. Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Amim V'Natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Bayom Hashishi Nasi Livnei Gad El Yasaf Ben Deuel Korbano Karat Kesef Achad Sheloshim Umeya Mishkala Mizrak Echad Kesef Shivim Shekel B'Shekel HaKodesh Shenehem Meleim Solet Lulav Hashem and Lamincha Kaf Achad Asara Zahav Meleah Ketoret Par Echad Ben Bakar Ayil Echad Keves Echad Ben Shanato Leola Seir Izim Echad Lechatat Uhul Zevach HaShalamim Bakar Shanayim Elim Chamisha Tudim Chamisha Kevasim B'nei Shana Chamisha Zeh Korban El Yasaf Ben Deuel.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Natan Lanu Torah Emet V'Chayolam Natan B'Tocheinu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Ross Feldman will be chanting the Haftarah coming up in a minute or two. If you want to get ready, it's page 1270. Special Haftarah for the Shabbat and Chanukah. I'll tell you about that in a second. For now, though, let's pause. Esher Kochech also to Bonnie Robinson for being our Gabbai, along with Louise Raber, and for two very beautiful Torah readings from the second and third scrolls. Let's take a minute now and pause and recite the Misha Berach for all those who are ill. On my list this week, we have the following names to pray for. Simcha bat Sarah, Batya bat Yehudit, Esther Kayla bat Miriam, Leah bat Sarah, Nicole Garant, Malka Dino bat Udal, Michael ben Sluva Meta, Leah bat Rachel, Dvorah Gittel bat Leah, Binyamin Pinchas ben Dvorah Gittel, Chana Edel bat Mina, Bela bat Sonia, Gershom David ben Sarah, Melech ben Esther, Argarant, Tzipora Leah bat Chaya, Niran Bal, Yaakov ben Sion ben Miriam, Akiva bat Malka, Yaakov ben Shprinza, Elka bat Kayla, Chana Yafa bat Esther Shandel, Yakira bat Chava, and Chaya Leah bat Fega. It's an opportunity for us to call out any names we haven't mentioned. So if you have a name you'd like to add to our prayers, please stand at this time. We'll go through the congregation and we'll call out names. And then on page 34, we'll sing together Debbie Friedman's Misha Berach. Hannon, please. Amen. 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 Amen ve'amen. Amen. 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 Let's join together, page 34 in the Sidurim. Mishe Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Thank you. A reminder that if you want to add a name to our list that we'll read out every Shabbat, you can call the office anytime during the week. Let's rise once again for the third and final lifting and tying of the Torah. Yamdu amagbiya ve'agolel et shel sefer hashlishi bezot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe ki mitzion tetzei Torah udvar Adonai miYerushalayim ki mitzion tetzei Torah udvar Adonai miYerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Please be seated. Again, the Haftarah is on page 1270. We read not the Shabbat Miketz Haftarah, not even the Rosh Chodesh, but the Haftarah for Shabbat Chanukah. It's actually the only Haftarah that shows up twice every calendar year. It's the same Haftarah for Parshat Beha'alotcha. So if your bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah once upon a time was Parshat Beha'alotcha, and it's always hard to do that one because it's in June usually, and we always have bar and bat mitzvahs booked, you can always do it the Shabbat during Chanukah. What's the connection? Beha'alotcha is the parsha that begins with the dedication of the menorah in the Mishkan. The same menorah that years later was the one that had the oil and the story of Chanukah. So, the fact that there is the connection of the menorah in Beha'alotcha and in the Haftarah from Prophet Zechariah, he has a vision that includes, you guessed it, a menorah. So, we read from Zechariah for Beha'alotcha and we read from Zechariah for Chanukah. Now, I need to tell you a little bit about Ross Feldman because not very many people know Ross Feldman. He's somewhat new to Winnipeg. Last year, I believe, in 2017, Dr. Feldman arrived in town. I won't tell you what kind of doctor he is because he's on his day off. But he's had a very interesting life, originally from St. Catharines, right? Niagara Falls, St. Catharines, that area, originally from there. The Canadian side? The Canadian side. Whew. Grew up there, had his bar mitzvah there. Medicine and studies have taken him all over the world. He's lived in Iowa. He's lived in Newfoundland. He lived in London, Ontario for a quarter century. And last year, he came to us here in Winnipeg. He's seen our services. He decided to join. Ross is a new member of Shered Zedek. And after my call during the high holidays that if people want to do a Haftarah, he actually called us up and said, I could do a Haftarah. So we got together. And next week is his bar mitzvah parsha, but he's going to be out of town. So Ross decided that he would come here and introduce himself kind of formally to the congregation, chanting this morning's Haftarah for Shabbat Chanukah, page 1270. Well, I didn't say anything about it being good or bad, so it's like... Go ahead.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim v'ratzah b'divreihem hanemrim b'emet Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torah u'Moshe avdo v'Yisrael amo u'v'nviei ha'emet v'tzedek. Rani v'simchi b'tzion ki hineniva v'shachanti b'tochech ni'um Adonai v'nilvu goyim rabim el Adonai b'yom ahu v'yahayu li lehiyam v'shachanti b'tochech v'yadad Ki Adonai Tzavaot shelachani elayich. V'nachal Adonai yidudach el koho ahal admat hakodesh v'charot b'Yerushalayim has kol basar mipnei Adonai ki neor mimon kodsho v'yareini et Yoshua hakohen hagadol Ohomed lifnei malach Adonai v'yasatan Omed al yamino l'sidno v'yomer Adonai el Satan Yigar Adonai becha hasatan v'yigar Adonai becha habocher b'Yerushalayim Halo Zeud Mutzah Mesh V'Hoshua Hayah Lavush B'Gadim Tzoim V'Yomed Lifnei HaMalach V'Yan V'Yomer Elamdim Lefanav Le'mor Hasiru Habegadihim Hatoim Me'alav V'Yomer Lav Re'eh Hevarti Me'alecha Avonecha V'Yalbei Shartecha Machalat Sod Va'omar Yasimu Taniv Tahor al Rosho Vayasimu Hataniv Hatahor al Rosho V'yalbishuhu begadim umalach Adonai omeid vayahad malach Adonai bihoshua lemor ko amar Adonai tzavod im bidrachai telech v'im et mishmarti tishmor v'gam atah tadin et beiti v'gam tishmor elcha terai v'natati lecha malchim bein hamomdim ha'eleh shemana Yehoshua HaKohen HaGadol atah V're'echa hayoshvim lefanecha ki anshe mofet hehemaha ki nenihi mevi et avdi tzemach ki hine haven asher natati lefanei Yehoshua 11 echad shiva ein naim hineni mifatech Pitucha Neum Adonai Tzevaot Umashti et Avahan Eretzahi Bayom Echad Bayom Hahu Neum Adonai Tzevaot Tikruhu Ish L'Rehu El Tachat Keven V'etachat Tiena Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzur kol olmim tzadik b'chol hadorot Elone'eman omer v'yosei hamedber v'mkayim shekol devarav emet v'tzedek ne'eman atahu Adonai Eloheinu v'nemlaru devarecha v'devarecha v'nivarecha chol yishiv reikam ki emech ne'eman v'rachaman atah Baruch atah Adonai Elone'eman b'chol devarav Rachem al Tzion ki hi beit chayenu v'lavluvat nefesh Hoshia b'mirav yamenu Baruch atah Adonai Misamer Tzion b'vaneha Samechenu Adonai Eloheinu B'Eliad Navi Avdecha U'malchut Beit David Mishichecha B'mer Yavo v'yegel libeinu Al ki shelo yeshev zar v'lo yinchlu alechem et kvodo Ki v'shem kodshach nishbata lo shelo yichben ro le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Magen David Al Torah v'yal avodah v'yal nevi'im v'yal yom haShabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu l'tishav l'menucha l'chavod u'l'tifaret al kol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach u'marchim otach yitbarach shemecha b'chikol tamid li'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbat.
That was awesome, Ross. Thank you so much to Ross Feldman. Now you've met him. A new member of Sharet Zedek. We're thrilled to have him. A fantastic job, Ross, on this Haftarah. We look forward to hearing more from you and seeing you around Shul. It's fantastic. In addition to thanking Ross, we want to thank Louise Raber for being at the front of the chapel this morning. We want to thank our greeters this morning, Patrick Elazar, Phyllis Laveman, Marilyn Raber, Beth Shore, and Bill Weissman. And we want to thank Marvin Polanski, our audiovisual director, but especially all of you for being here today and taking part in our service. Immediately following the service, Rabbi Masa's L'chaim Club is in session in the choir room. Then Kiddush is all together in the auditorium. Latkes. Yes, of course. It's Chanukah. It's Chanukah. We were gonna send out an email, but then I was worried that all these people were gonna show up and fewer latkes for everybody. So
because in Chanukah we have latkes, you know that?
yes, that's right.
Shabbat every week, and we have 2 now.
I know. A couple of other things to tell you about. After Kiddush, there will be a Torah L'chaim study session with Rabbi Mas in the choir room. Minyan tonight is at 6 here in the chapel. Tomorrow morning at 9 in the chapel. Tomorrow night at 6 through the week. Monday through Friday, 7:30. Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. And Fridays, Kabbalat Shabbat is at 5:30. On December 22nd, 2 weeks from today, we started telling you last week, 2 weeks from today, combined service in the sanctuary, family service with Rabbi Mas and Leslie Emery joins the regular crowd upstairs. So bring your puppets, bring your kids and your grandkids, get ready, family service December 22nd.
We bring the puppets.
Okay, got it, sure. A couple of things happening this week. That's December 22nd. A couple of things happening this week. Wednesday, December 12th, is that CPR information session, the 1-hour non-certified training program, basic first aid. There are a few spots left if you want to go. That's brought to you by Shered Zedek Sisterhood and Congregation Shered Zedek. That's Wednesday, the 12th. Thursday, the 13th, our monthly Winnipeg Harvest Volunteer Night. Wednesday, CPR. Thursday, Winnipeg Harvest Volunteer. Also on Thursday, Sisterhood and National Council of Jewish Women are co-hosting an event, Garment Workers and the Clothes We Wear. That's Thursday at the synagogue. Guest speaker from the Public Servants Alliance of Canada. Public Service Alliance of Canada. It's a free event. All are welcome. So, Wednesday CPR, Thursday Winnipeg Harvest, or the special event here. And finally, West Broadway Holiday Lunch. We're pleased to announce that we have the 40 volunteers we need. We are, however, in desperate need of gifts to distribute to adults and children. So we will stress there are many more adults that attend the lunch than children. Some gift suggestions include cozy blankets, nice soaps, toiletry items, other life perks that those in need may not otherwise be able to afford. Children's toys include new Lego and Duplo, puzzles, fidget spinners. Did you write that in here? A donation bin can be found on the lower level of the synagogue. We joke around, but this is such a worthwhile cause. Year after year after year, volunteers from the synagogue go down on Christmas. Right? This happens on Christmas Day. So they don't do their Chinese food, or they don't do their movie, or they put it off till later, and they go and they help people who are less fortunate. The West Broadway Holiday Lunch. So we have the volunteers, thank you. But, as you just heard, for kids and for adults, and there are many more adults than kids, if you've got some of those things, blankets, soaps, toiletry items, other life perks. Gloria, yes? Socks and scarves, things for the winter. That's a great point. Gloves, mitts, toques, all that kind of stuff. A donation, last part of the announcement. A donation bin can be found on the lower level of the synagogue. Great question. So bring that stuff to the synagogue. You don't have to wait until the 25th, but keep that in mind for future years. We do that every single year. Did I miss anything? No. Please rise. Let's return the Sifrei Torah to the Ark, and then Rabbi Masa's Devar Torah. Yehalelu, page 41.
יהללו את שם אדוני, כי נשגב שמו לבדו. הודו על ארץ ושמיים, וירם קרן לאבות. תהילה לכל חסידיו, לבני ישראל הקרובו. הללויה, הללויה. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Etz chaimi lamakazikim ba v'tom kea meushar v'rachea zarcheno am ekol metivoteh Shalom. Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Kadesh Yamenu Kadesh Yamenu Kekedem. Sorry. You may be seated. Let me tell you my story for today. It's about 3 Yiddish mamas. I know you like jokes of Yiddish mamas. Who doesn't? 3 Yiddish mamas talking in a cafe. So, my Yiddish mama. Thank you. Okay, you got the point. Yeah, no. They were talking about their sons. And the first said, my son is the best. That he is a great doctor, a very busy doctor. But 1 week in the winter, he takes me to Palm Springs, and he spends that week with me. And in the summer, he takes me to the Catskills for 1 full week, and he spends that week with me. The second mama said, no, my son is the best. He's a very busy engineer. And said, and in the middle of the winter, he takes me for 2 full weeks to Miami. In the summer, he takes me for 2 weeks to the Hamptons. And he spends all that time with me. And the third one said, no, my son is the best. He's a very successful and busy lawyer. I said, then 3 times a week, he drives 50 miles to see the best psychology in town. Why? To talk about me. Okay. I want to talk to you today about let it be light. Today is all about light. It's all about Chanukah. Chanukah means light. More light every night. So you can't get any better than that. But as I was studying some Chanukah material for this last couple of weeks, I want to prepare myself for Chanukah. So one of the things that I learned, and I mean, even though I knew it, but I was reminded that the best kind of Chanukiah that we can have is the one that uses olive oil, that reminds us to the very first miracle that happened involving olive oil. But I always had a doubt, and this is the time, this is the year. I never knew how to make olive oil. So you know in these days what to do when you don't know something? Google. And Google took me to YouTube, and I actually watched a documentary on how to make olive oil. But it's great. The end result is beautiful. This nice oil that you can get it on the supermarket. But if you happen to be an olive, trust me, it's not fun. Everything starts with the way they take it out of the tree. It's either they have the traditional method. They have a couple of techniques, either by beating or raking. After that, after they collect all the olives, they have these huge millstones. So these olives get crushed under those millstones. And they have to be really big and really heavy because they don't remove the pits from the olive. Everything gets crushed. Okay? So they get this paste, this pulp out of that. And then they have, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like these big discs, right? They take one disc and they put a little bit of pulp there, another disc on top, more pulp, another disc, and so forth. It looks like a giant pancake mountain. And then they put it on a hydraulic press, and it gets squeezed, and that's when you start getting all the oil that is going through the sides, and then it's collected. And then there are different things you can do. They can actually filter it or unfilter. You have different kind of olive oils. But I was thinking, poor olives, the way they have to go from the way they take it from, they have to be beaten. They have to be pressed, squeezed. But then you get these beautiful lights that we can get out of the menorah. And this, as soon as I was watching that video, I said, this is it. This is what I want to share with my congregation on Saturday. Why? Because I believe sometimes we are like that olive. We are like that olive. Beaten, squeezed, pressed, crushed. But nevertheless, we have the obligation to bring this beautiful light at the end, even with that. And then I was thinking, this is exactly what happened with the Maccabees of the story of Chanukah. You know, they were beaten, squeezed, crushed. So much oppression from the Greeks. And believe me, they had, with all that suffering that they have to go through for so many years, they have every single excuse you can imagine to quit Judaism. They said, that's it. Why should I bother being Jewish if all what I've been getting year after year is more and more and more suffering? But nevertheless, what they did was all the opposite. Not only they didn't quit, they found a way to bring more light into the Jewish life. And the rest is history. We know what happened. They eventually entered to the temple, they cleaned the temple, and they look for that little bit of oil that was still there. And they have to look hard until they found it, so they could light the menorah and to bring light again. And exactly like that, sometimes is our lives. Because after challenges, after difficult situations, we believe that there is nothing left in ourselves. We don't have any more energy to keep going. But we have to remember the message of the Maccabees. Nevertheless, they keep looking, they kept digging until they found that little bit of oil. And they were surprised, because even though it was a little bit of oil, or so they thought, it shined for 8 days. They were able to create this wonderful miracle that we remember every single year. Something that it shouldn't be. A little bit of oil should last maybe for one night, but it lasted for 8 full nights. So, my challenge for you today is to remember the message of the Maccabees. They taught us a wonderful lesson. They taught us that life doesn't happen to you, life happens for you. So every time that you have a challenge, you have to move your focus to try to find the gift, the lesson, the gem of that situation. Let's say, I don't know, sometimes it happens. You know, you spill the coffee, you miss the plane, you don't feel well. Well, our first reaction is to be depressed. Why don't you change the channel and to try to find within that situation a lesson, something that you can learn from there? And that is the oil that will give you the light to keep moving forward. That is the message of the Maccabee. That doesn't matter what is happening to you, there is always a lesson, there is always a gift, there is always a gem, there is always an asset, something that you can learn from that situation. And that is when you can get that pure oil that it will give light, not only to you, but to those around you. Because that's the miracle of Chanukah. Why do you think we put the Chanukiah near the window? Because this is something that is not just for us, it's for everybody. It's a beautiful lesson to remind everybody that doesn't matter what is going on in your life, you can always find that hidden little bit of oil and light the menorah for 8 full days. Shabbat Shalom, Chodesh Tov, and Happy Chanukah for everyone. Let's continue with our service. Please rise for Aleinu. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות אדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל עמונם. ואנחנו קוראים, משתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעט. הוא אלוהינו, אמת מלכנו, וזולתו, ככתוב בתורתו. וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו Please remain standing for the mourner's Kaddish. This week, we mourn the passing of Evelyn Goldberg and extend our sincere condolences to Norman and Marilyn Goldberg, Harvey and Ruth Goldberg, and Penny Goldberg. We extend our condolences to the families of Helen Kehane, Eddie Robinson, Laura Burke, Arnold Margolis, and Sean Reutenberg. This week, we commemorate the yahrzeit of Esther Ginpil, cousin of Shelley Chochinov, Shirley Polanski, mother of Marvin Polanski, Connie Heft Robinson, sister of Rochelle Pinkovich, Shirley Ripp, wife of Morley Ripp, mother of Howard and Robin Ripp, Louis Segal, father of Lolly Gutman, Joseph and Bessie Stern, father and mother-in-law of Donnie Stern, Sharon Vinsky, cousin of Sandy Polanski, and Alan Zelikson, father of Louise Raber and Elaine Gamer, all of blessed memory. Please join me in the recitation of the words of comfort, the words of the Mourner's Kaddish, page 46. Yitgadal ve'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, ve'almad liverach hilutei ve'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'b'yom echon, b'chayei dechol beit Israel, ba'agala u'bizman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehe shemei Rabbah mevorach le'alam u'le'olmei olmaya. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתעטר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשא בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה ושבחתה ונחמתה ועמידם בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו Amen. Please remain standing for the Kiddush, page 48. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ביני ובני ישראל לא תהיה לעולם, כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. על כן ברך אדוני את יום השבת ויקדשהו. סברי מרנן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו, וציוונו על נטילת ידיים. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, המוציא לחם מן הארץ. Shabbat Shalom everyone, please join us for Kiddush. Yeah. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, hello. Hey. Hey. Chavez.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Really resonated. Thank you so much. I have to try to remember the children.
Easy to remember.
The punchline.
The punchline, the psychologist wants to talk about.
20, 90 seconds. Shabbat.
That'll happen. Save some guilt for more.
every day this week.